Welcome to the Longest Take podcast. Thank you for tuning in to the Longest Take podcast. In today's episode, we are joined by Kue Lawrence. Kue Lawrence is an up-and-coming actor, having amassed over 60 acting credits thus far in his career. Two notable works that I absolutely implore you to check out are Sketch and Marshmallow, both of which have had 2025 releases, and both of which are some of the most inventive and creative films I've seen this year. Please welcome Kue to today's episode. What are your top 5 favorite movies?
My top 5 favorite movies. Number 1 is Interstellar. Nothing will ever beat it, I don't think, or even come close. Number 2 is Avatar: Way of Water. Really, really beautiful, that movie. Number 3 would be Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. I love Indiana Jones. Number 4 would be I can't really give a specific one, but the first 3 Pirates of the Caribbean movies, all 3 of those are fantastic. They just get worse as they go on.
Yeah.
The most recent one, no offense, it was just not the same. I don't know, it didn't feel the same. And then number 5 would be City of Angels.
City of Angels, who's in that one? I'm trying to think if we're thinking of the same one.
I honestly cannot remember the names, but he's the main character's a really famous actor. What's his name? Let me hold up. I'll just Google it and then I can tell you. It's the one with...
Oh, Nicolas Cage?
Yeah, Nicolas Cage, yeah.
Oh, you know what? I think one of my favorite Alanis Morissette songs are in this movie.
Is it? Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
It's called Uninvited.
Iris. Yeah, Uninvited. Yeah, I love Uninvited. My mom was Alanis Morissette got my mom through a lot of times in her life, so.
Honestly, same here. I don't blame her. That's great, but yeah, very definitely a list I can agree with too. Pirates of the Caribbean, I do consider those first 3 just kind of like how I look at the Nolan Batman trilogy, like the Dark Knight trilogy. It's one entity, right? Interstellar's in my Letterboxd top 4, so every time someone mentions that, I'm always like, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Interstellar's
just the best.
Yeah, and then Way of Water, I absolutely adored that, and I'm excited about the new one this week. I'm going to see it, it comes out around...
Oh yeah, no, we're going to see that too, yeah. Yeah, we're huge Avatar fans.
Yeah, and it's just, I love that James Cameron, they just give him money, and he could just make it as long as he wants.
Yep, precisely.
3 hours? Sure, here you go, here's your money.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely looking forward to that. But yeah, no, those are some really great things there. Are they working on a new? I wonder, are they working on a new Pirates movie? I
heard things about that, but I don't think I'm gonna look it up. I don't think Johnny Depp is gonna play Jack Sparrow, and that's the whole reason I watch those movies.
Yeah, even the ones that aren't that good, it's you at least still had him in it, so you had some element of before, but it's just it's tough. You can't really capture what you did before, you know what I mean?
Okay, no, Johnny Depp is going to be Jack Sparrow.
Okay. I think
Okay, so it's kind of a reboot. It's got Orlando Bloom in it as well.
Oh, interesting. So they're getting the old band back together then.
Yeah.
Then that one should hopefully be a good.
It should be good, yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah! And what was Interstellar, Way of Water,
Indiana Jones,
Indiana Jones. So it's funny you mentioned that because I listened to this podcast called the Kingcast, and the guy Eric who runs that, he also has a podcast called The Spiel that I listen to, and he's like one of the few people that I hear constantly praise Temple of Doom. Because a lot of people, a lot of people, Temple of Doom, they consider it like the weaker of that original trilogy. But I mean, even when I was a kid, I loved that one, and it may have been because of the heart scene, like everybody else notices. But short round, and it was fun. I like that they went a little darker with that one, but Crystal Skull is like a close second. If I had to rate Indiana Jones movies, Crystal Skull is definitely up there as well. Yeah,
that one is really cool.
Which, that's another thing interesting to hear, because that's one that for a while got a bad rap, but I think it's just because it had it was right there at the early 2000s, a lot more CGI and things. Because in The Last Crusade in the 90s, it had to be practical. You didn't have visual effects like that. Yeah. So they were having fun with that, which I can appreciate. But even Dial of Destiny, it was that one's probably my least favorite. But and anything Indiana Jones, it's fun.
Yeah, honestly, just Indiana Jones in general. Like the Indiana Jones ride at Disneyland, that's like one of my favorite rides at Disneyland.
Yeah. Yeah, is it like one of those rides where kind of like I can't remember any of the rides, but you kind of go around in the water and it shows like a scene from it, or
that's actually the ride right next to it. That's Jungle Cruise. I think every now and then they do it themed with Indiana Jones, but no, the Indiana Jones ride is like, it feels like you get in like these big Jeeps that fit 2 rows of 4, I believe, maybe 3 rows of 4. Anyways, and it's rough. It's as if you mixed one of those 4D theaters that just stands still and goes like all like this with a wooden roller coaster, like
wow.
Yeah. It's really fun, and then you go through all these different things. There's real fire, there's like water dripping from the ceilings, and like skeletons coming to life and stuff. I obviously can't describe it too well, but it's a really, really fun ride.
It sounds, I mean, I don't even go to amusement parks all that much. We live right by a Six Flags, but I've been scared of roller coasters my whole life, so that kind of...
I hate roller coasters. I hate roller coasters.
But I always try to see a 4D movie, the 4DX theaters, but the movement annoys me in a movie setting because it's like distracting me from the movie.
Honestly, yeah.
But as a ride, that would be really fun, like a really immersive ride.
It's just a track that like moves you like all the way along, and it's really cool. It's very hard stops and then very fast like goes, and it feels like you're breaking your neck sometimes, but in a fun way. Like right. The whole car shifts to the side and everybody slides into each other this way and then this way. It's really cool.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a lot of fun. And it's Disneyland, right? That's the one in California. Yeah. Disney World is the one in Florida.
Yeah, Disney World's in Florida. Yeah, never been there.
Yeah, last time I was there, I think I was probably like 7 or 8, so it's been a while.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, I want to go there. It looks like super fun.
Yeah, and
especially with the addition of. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say. Then there's Universal's right over there too.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Yeah, especially with the addition of Epic Universe, because now we've got like the How to Train Your Dragon Island and stuff. That looks really cool. I feel like if you're gonna do it, you need to take like a whole month and just
right.
Go to Florida and go to this park for half of the month and then this park for the other half.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to, because there's just so much to do. Is there any similar parks around Disneyland, or is it just like Disneyland on its own?
Yeah, Disneyland. Well, we have a relatively close, probably like an hour apart, maybe more. Disneyland, like here, then like here on a map, and then it's like Universal Studios down here, that's like a mini amusement park. I say mini, it's pretty big, of course, but it's small compared to like Disneyland, and there's a Six Flags way up north, I believe. So yeah, we have all three. I'm not a Six Flags guy because I don't like roller coasters, but I'll definitely go to the other two.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, I'm deathly afraid of heights.
Oh, me too. I do.
How are
I don't do
airplanes
heights.
for you? Like, because you take airplanes,
I really hate airplanes. Like, if I never had to fly in one ever again, I would not be sad.
Yeah.
Like, it's not necessarily the height in the plane itself. It's just the plane, like being in it.
Because you're just like, you're in this box way up in the sky.
Yeah.
Literally nothing there for you if it just decided to drop, you know?
That's what I'm scared of. Like, we hit a bump of turbulence and I'm like, oh, we're dead.
Yeah, this is it. Call it.
Well, I lived a nice life.
Yeah. No, I definitely, I feel that. I fly, like, for my day job, I fly sometimes to go to different states where we have other facilities or whatever, but they're short enough flights where it's like, okay, I could put a movie on my phone and by the time the movie's over, I'm already landing. You know, I can get myself out of it, but
yeah. That's why, like, if I do, like, when I do ride a plane, I have to have music in my ears for takeoff and landing. And I usually choose, like, some sort of, like, pump up song so that, like, the nerves kind of ease, you know? I find landing a lot easier than takeoff.
Oh, yeah, because, I mean, man, it feels like it takes forever to take off sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if there's other planes on the runway and you drive around and then you just wait. And then you wait for your turn to go on the runway. It's just, yeah, it's nerve-wracking. And especially if, like, you can't get out of the headache or the what do they call it?
Mindset?
Like, when your ears pop and everything. Like, the change in
pressure?
Yeah, the pressure. Sometimes the pressure, I can't, like, relieve it. And it frustrates me. Because then you're just sitting there with the headache, scared that you're gonna fall and die, and it's not fun.
Yeah, no, I don't like planes.
There's this film festival in France called Cannes Film Festival, and that's my favorite, right? And I would love to go there, but I don't think I could stomach a flight all the way out that way.
For one of my movies that is, I think it's getting theater releases this spring, we did a film festival in Deauville, France, and oh my gosh, that flight was so long. I was just like, just don't worry about it. Like, don't imagine. Luckily for the flight there, we got like the very front row of the plane where there's like that extra leg room. Oh, that was magnificent.
Oh, hell yeah.
We were not so lucky on the flight back. But honestly, it wasn't too bad.
How long of a flight was that?
I honestly, like 13 or 17 hours. One of the two, I could not tell you.
Either way, I'm dying just thinking about it. That's, especially if you're just sitting, right? It's not like the beds or anything. It's just sitting.
Yeah. No, I think obviously our chairs leaned back. Like they could sort of turn into a bed, and that was magnificent. But it was still like unpleasurable.
Yeah, for sure. And what was that festival called?
Shoot, I have the poster up in my room. I should know better.
Is it like one of those festivals that are like they do a lot of genre films, like horror, sci-fi stuff, or is it a normal festival?
I think it's a French film festival for American film.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I'm actually just gonna look it up.
Yeah. We have the computers, right? It makes it so easy to just look stuff up.
It's literally just called the Deauville American Film Festival.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that, just hearing how long of a flight that is, I don't know if I'm ever gonna go to Cannes. I would love to, but man, I would have to be knocked out.
France was awesome though. Like, the food there just tasted so much better. Yeah. I just like, it's just so unhealthy.
Yeah, I feel like, especially European countries, there's just like this elevated taste to everything.
Oh yeah, no. Their cuisine is just like so much better than ours.
Yeah. Yeah, well, if I ever go out there, I'll be looking forward to the food then.
Oh yeah, definitely do.
Because I still have to take that flight. That's a monster in itself.
Yeah.
So, kind of taking things back a little bit, what was your start into acting? You know, judging by your IMDb, it looks like you would have been 4 or 5 years old. And 60 plus credits later, what keeps you motivated to keep doing this?
So, I got my start into acting because of my sister, Cage. She was an actor first. And then, like, once I turned 5, I was like, you know what? I think I can do that too. So I owe, in theory, my whole career to her. But, yeah, I mean, she's the reason I started. And I feel like the reason I stay motivated is... I don't know. I mean, I love acting, so I just do it because I love it. There's no really specific reason. I just, you know, maybe it's because I see some bad acting out there and I realize, oh, I need to do better. I'm joking.
Yeah.
No, but I just do it because I love it.
Yeah, for sure. And does your sister still act?
Yeah. Oh, voice crack. Gee whiz.
It happens.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
me and my friend, we always make fun of voice cracks, especially when we have it ourselves when we're talking.
Oh yeah, it's so much more funnier that way. Yeah. But no, she still acts.
Cool. Do you guys ever, like, are you competitive at this point? Like, the older you guys get, are you like, no?
Not really. No, we want to work in something together so badly. Like, we both worked in a short film a really, really long time ago. And that was, like, one of the only things we did together. So, we both just want to do something together.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it'll happen. There, especially
Eventually.
out by you, I feel like there's so many people making movies that at some point,
yeah,
all the pieces will fall into place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know, and I've talked to some directors, and I've heard some directors talk in interviews about working with kid actors. And, you know, I've heard that when you hire a kid actor, you're really hiring the parent as well, especially, you know, when they're younger, and obviously for liability reasons and being a minor. How has this process been from when you first started to now? Like, as the older you get, would you say that it's a collaborative process between yourself and your parents or guardians?
Yeah, it's definitely a collaborative process. Like, my mom helps me a lot with scene prep in general. Like, I get the call sheet and then we both just go over it. Because obviously, like, now I don't necessarily need her, but it's definitely good to have just that other person to talk with. And, like, maybe I understand a scene the wrong way, like, compared to how the writer intended it. And maybe my mom sees it the right way. So it's obviously great to have her there. But honestly, with the deepest respect, being a kid on set sometimes is really sucky. Because you'll get those sets where you're treated like a kid. And maybe it's just me. I am, like, really mature for my age, I'd like to say. And I get these sets sometimes that treat me like I can't be left alone for longer than like 3 seconds. Like, there needs to be someone always constantly watching me, and they talk to me like, okay, we're gonna go do this in 3 minutes, okay? And I don't know why. That's just like, obviously I haven't had that to happen to me in a while, but younger ages, that really, like, made me annoyed, because I'm like, I understand what I'm supposed to do. You don't have to explain it to me like I'm 5. But I'm older now, and that obviously I explain that to my directors. Most of them ask, is there anything you want personally? I'm like, well, just don't treat me like I'm a kid. And they usually fulfill that pretty well.
Yeah, I feel like, especially like you said, a respect thing too, I feel like, you know, you don't want to be patronizing. Like, everybody on set's gonna know who the kid is or who the minor is, right? But
Yeah.
like, it doesn't mean you have to be like treating them like a kid, because you know the best way to kind of earn that respect is like, even with my younger cousins or their kids, it's like, you know, you could just talk to them like they're a person. You don't have to like, you know, patronize and do all of that. And I think that as a kid actor, it probably, the experiences you have where they do treat you just like another person, that probably sticks with you a lot more, and you're gonna think more fondly of that project. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Like both Sketch and Marshmallow, I was treated like I was older than I was at that time, and that was really amazing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and you know, and it's, I'm sure it's going to be an interesting transition for you as you get older and you become an adult, and just how you kind of have this perspective that I think not a lot of like other actors might have, and that's seeing things from such a young age and like growing up inside of it, and kind of, you know, then you become an adult with all this experience from a kid. It's just, I think that'll be a really interesting experience for you to apply just later on in life.
Yeah. And I get to say I've been acting now for more than half my life.
Right, yeah, because you said you were five? Yeah, yep. So, and it's only going to get larger from there. That's crazy. By the time you were 10, you were acting as like the same length that you were alive before you acted. Like your life before acting, and that's crazy to think about. And since you mentioned it, so two films in particular, Sketch and Marshmallow, which are both great. I love both of those. So great thing for you to even have in your resume right now.
Oh yeah, they're amazing.
And you had a prominent role in both films. You kind of answered this before, but were both of these your first projects where you were like among the starring cast?
No, but like, yes. Sorry. I mean, I did a bunch of short films when I was younger. Like my first lead was in a short film called Gum Gum, and that's a really emotional short film. But that was, in theory, my first lead. And then, I feel like I was leading a lot of short films, but when it came to like TV and theatrical, it's really hard to get a lead role as a child, because there's like, as a writer, you need to like think of, is a kid going to be able to play this emotion well enough to like convey it through the screen? And that's really hard to get. Obviously there's those rare cases like Stranger Things that come around every now and then where it's just a cast full of lead actors, like Marshmallow, a cast full of lead kid actors is what I meant to say. But I mean, they would in theory be my first real leads.
Yeah, and with both of those films, more so Marshmallow, but they kind of border on this horror type of element. Would you say that moving forward, do you have like a preference to a genre that you like to, or you would like to? Because I think there's another film coming up that says it's in post-production on your IMDb, and I'm pretty sure that one's horror as well. Don't Open the Door is the name of that one, I think.
Yeah, that one I was just kind of going back to the previous statement of it's hard to find lead roles as a kid. That one I'm just a flashback in.
Oh, gotcha.
I think I'm just a flashback of the main actor. But hey, if I act, I act. That's all that matters.
Right. Work is work, right?
Yeah, I think I was like 8 when I filmed that, so it's been a while.
Yeah, and it's 2026 release at this point. It's just, it puts into perspective how long movies can take to finally come out, from when it's made to when it's out. It's absurd sometimes. Yeah, but do you have a preference to something like horror, or do you want to do sci-fi, comedy? I mean, what's your, I guess, your preference?
I feel like I've been kind of looped into horror. Like I did Amityville Murders when I was young, and then it kind of just like kept stacking on after that. I personally, Don't really have a preference. I think I do most well with drama. Doesn't mean I like drama more than the other types. I personally would really like to do a comedy. And I've told everyone that. Hint, hint, wink, wink. But no, like I just want to do something funny for once, because I'm like almost all the time I'm playing like sickly or dying or something is wrong with my character, and like I just want to have fun one of these times, you know? Not that I don't have fun on these other sets, but just like you know, in sketch I'm grieving, in Marshmallow I'm I'm struggling with past trauma. I'm just not normal. So yeah, I've been kind of looped into horror. I like it a lot though.
It'd be nice to have something with more levity to it, like comedy. Right? Yeah,
I know.
That'd be fun. So I just thought about this. So in sketch, what was it like? I know I didn't have this in the list, but what was it like acting where you're pretending like these creatures are around you, right? Because that's all visual effects. Was that kind of, how was that from an acting perspective with trying to act around that?
So Seth, the director, actually showed us the concept art for the monsters, so we had a general idea of what we were says in me, Bianca, and Callan. So we had a general idea of what we were supposed to be looking at in the scene. But yeah, most of it, there wasn't even like a tennis ball on a stick. Like it was just nothing. We were just staring at air a lot of the time. There was a couple practical effects. There's a moment when I grab the tattler, it's like a little monster, you know, and I grab him and I shove him in the water. And in that moment, I had 2 water bottles filled with green water. And so I kind of squished that out in the water. That was practical. And then as far as me acting with it goes, the only other practical effect was when I'm in almost any interaction with an eider where it gets squished and like puffs out that red powder. It was basically little ping pong balls that were cut open and filled with red powder. So then you'd just squish them and they'd poof out the red dust everywhere. And honestly, it honestly wasn't too hard acting with nothing, because in theory, that's what every actor is doing. We're all just like, you just have to use imagination whenever you're acting for any role. I could be dying and I need to imagine, okay, what is it like to die?
Right.
I could be laughing really happy and I'm like, okay, well, what's the most funny moment that happened to me? You know? It's just imagination. So it wasn't too difficult for me.
Yeah, and it's interesting to think about the imagination piece, because if you look at how, like, I'll use Marvel for an example. You know, a lot of those films, they're in a room that's just all like green screen or blue screen, right?
Yeah.
They really have to, like, you know, they really have to imagine what's going on with things like that.
I could imagine, like, for any of the Jurassic Park movies. Oh, that should have been on my top 5. I really love Jurassic Park. Anyways, or World, just Jurassic anything.
Yeah, dinosaurs, I'm in. You know what I mean?
Dinosaurs, yeah. It, like, anything dinosaur, sign me up. But I can imagine acting with nothing there for dinosaurs might have been a little bit more difficult than what I had to act with in theory, because dinosaurs are supposed to be really scary, you know, big teeth that could bite you in half. And
right.
I'm not saying that like some of the monsters in sketch couldn't bite us in half, but like they were colorful. So
yeah, the vibe is totally different. Like it's you know, there's peril, but it's not like you're being chased by velociraptors, you know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And with there's a particular scene in Marshmallow. I want to ask how the acting was in that, with the water in the bedroom, right? They all the water. What was that scene like acting?
You mean in the very, very beginning?
Isn't it like, is that the dream sequence?
There's 2 dream sequences.
And they're both water in the room?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess either one.
Either one, yeah. So one of them was in the very, very beginning of the movie. I was just in my bed and then the other one is sort of later on where I'm like sitting at a kitchen table with my grandpa. But both of those, that was like knee-high water, and it was really cold. So I basically had, I think they gave me just like pants and said get in. So it was very cold, but they obviously kept me warm afterwards. But I think anything to do with water is really cool. We filmed a lot of stuff involving water in Marshmallow. Both the dream sequences, there's when like, I don't want to spoil too much. Just like there's a lot of water in general, and they're all super fun to film. Like there's one moment where they just covered the like one corner of a pool in black tarp, and then I got in it with a camera and I had to act like I'm drowning. And that was, and it made a really, really cool picture when it was fully finished. And I'm like, wow, that looks really good. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a black tarp in a pool.
Yeah, that's awesome. And that's what I love. I mean, honestly, that's what I love about a lot of horror or horror adjacent things, is especially when they're on the independent side, there's so much creativity that goes into how they're going to shoot things. Especially practically. And even with hearing about Sketch, how like little ping pong balls of the powder or whatever, like it's you know, I love that. It's so much, there's like this DIY element to that, and it just makes it feel cool when you're doing it. You know what I mean? Yeah,
definitely.
But yeah, Marshmallow, I keep looking at the poster behind you, and I love that it's like this reference to the Thing poster.
Yeah.
You know, the Thing, how it's like the light.
I honestly don't know if he meant to do that or not.
Yeah, I asked him. I don't remember what his answer was. But I definitely brought that up. That was one of the first things I mean, just seeing the poster, that's one of the first things I even thought about. But I imagine that it had something.
It had to have been. Yeah, it had to have had some sort of reference to it. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, but that's both. Like I said, both of those awesome movies. You know, I'm sure you hope that you get to be a part of like super inventive and creative films moving forward, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
What and speaking of that, like, so I guess you know, I'm sure it's you and your mom right now that kind of when someone reaches out about a project, do you ever look at some projects, you read the script or the part, and you're just like, nah, I'm good, like I don't want to do that?
Yeah. It's really rare, just because I jump at the opportunity, right? But every now and then, I'll get something, and I'm like, you know, I don't think I want to do that. Like, not throwing any names,
right?
But I got a role where I had to like, I'm trying to put it in a PG-13 way. Basically, I had to pleasure myself next to another guy, and I was supposed to be like a little bit gay too. And I don't know if I'm ready to do that. Like, I'm 14. I'm not trying to do that. That's like maybe later in my life I'll be 100%. But like, I was reading the script, and there was also some really rude things that my character had to say, and I was just like, I don't know if I want to say that, you know. And I know it's all just fake and pretend and stuff, but even pretending that is a little difficult.
Yeah, and it's oh man, it's weird to like, I understand that, you know, things happen with people at younger ages and whatever, and the writer maybe had an experience or something, but at the end of the day, like, still asking someone at a younger age to do things, that always rubs me the wrong way. That's always like weird. Like,
yeah, it's like it's bordering something illegal, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like okay, just because it's for a movie doesn't mean this should be okay to even have, I don't know.
The role was made for definitely an older character. My agent just like pushed to get me the role, which made me feel worse about declining it. But I was like, okay, do we really think I would be okay doing this? Like,
right.
I don't know. It was just it was an odd role. Somebody obviously will probably act that very well. Good for them. Not my cup of tea.
But see, you're doing something that you need to I mean, that's something that you should always have, is like this restraint, or knowing what your comfort level is and sticking to
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, 100%.
especially in film, you know, because there's people that, you know, they could be rude about their approach with things, and it's good to kind of know
I
your
mean, I'm
limits.
fine.
Yeah,
Like I'm fine kissing a guy, I'm fine kissing a girl, but like once it starts to get anything more than that, I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah, like wait years for that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just it's weird, and that's something that, if you look at a lot of movies from decades ago, seeing what they were doing back then with people, it's just like,
no, it's absurd.
oh man, yeah, it's icky, very icky, I think is a way to put it. But I mean, that, like I said, just, you know, sticking to your guns and knowing what your limits are, I mean, that's awesome. And I imagine your support system is great too. Like, if you told your mom you don't feel comfortable doing that, she's like, all right, we're not doing it then. Like, yeah.
Well, yeah, she actually hadn't read the script for that specific role, and I came into her room and I was like, Mom, have you read the script for this? She goes, no, why? And I explained all that to her. She goes, oh. Yeah, I don't know if you should do that.
Right. Yeah. Ugh. But, you know, it's still like, it's great that you're able to do that and still get a lot of work. And
yeah,
I wanted to, I don't know how much experience you would have had with this, because I think it was one episode, but you were on I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson.
Yeah.
What episode were you in? What skit was it?
I cannot remember what episode I was in, but basically, wait, let me look that up real quick. I need to make sure I'm not just telling you some completely false information.
Right. And did you meet Tim Robinson?
No, sadly.
Oh man. But I guess this would have been a few years ago, so.
Yeah, I honestly cannot remember which episode I was on, because I was about to tell you something and I was like, wait, that might have been a different show. What's the guy who plays, oh, I love that guy, Forrest Gump?
Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks. No. Okay, wait, so let me once more, I think I'm saying false information.
Yeah.
Okay, honestly, I cannot tell you which. Let me just look myself up. This should tell. What episode was Kue Lawrence in? I think, oh, it's one of the most top searched things. That's good. Season 2, episode 4.
Oh, nice.
Calico Cut Pants. No, that was not it. AI just lied to me.
What do you remember anything about, like, what you did in it, or it was just like another day at work for you? You just
it's okay. It makes me sound really bad, but like, I don't know. It obviously wasn't anything special, and that sounds so mean, but like, I don't mean it in that way.
Well, if you just show up for like a small role in one episode of like a big series, it's like,
I know
it's hard, you know, especially you have what, like 64 credits to your name. You've been,
yeah, I know. I have a pretty big roster, which is really lucky of me. That was the Earth telling me I'm supposed to do something great.
Yeah,
that's the episode name, I think.
Okay. And then before we jump off your filmography here, Beautiful Boy, what was how long were you on Beautiful Boy to film? Was that like a one-day film for you too?
No, I think that might have been, yeah, it actually might have been a day. No, it had to have been multiple days, because we filmed multiple locations for that. It might have been a week long, because there's that airport scene,
right?
Then there's the restaurant scene with the Coke. And then the scene where he actually sings Beautiful Boy to me. So I think that was definitely a multiple day type of thing.
Oh, wow. What was that experience like? Because you were young. You were pretty young.
I really don't remember much from that, just because I was, I think 6. I almost made a 6-7 joke. Gosh.
Oh no! Oh god! don't
like
do that.
It's invaded my life. But no, I was like 6 or 7, and that's not a joke. So it was a really long time ago. So I don't remember much. I remember that meeting Steve, and my mom was like fangirling. I was like, Mom, I have no clue who this guy is.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's like, yeah, I know. But I mean, he's a really nice guy. Like whenever I needed something, I feel like I could just tell him and he'd get it done for me. So yeah.
That's amazing. And it's, what's cool about that is like you played a younger Timothée Chalamet, and then Timothée Chalamet, one of his first big roles that most people noticed him in was Interstellar, which is one of your favorites.
Yes. Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah. Timothy, from what I remember, he's a nice guy. I don't know if maybe the fame has changed him, but I doubt it. Like, I know fame can change a lot of people, right. But I think he's stayed sort of down to earth.
Oh, he definitely seems like it. In any interview
I've seen.
Yeah,
he definitely seems like it.
Did you see his Nardwuar interview?
No.
Oh, Nardwuar is hilarious. He does a lot of music-based interviews, but he had Timothée Chalamet on it, and it was awesome. You should check that out.
I will, yeah.
So, what has been some of the more challenging parts of acting for you?
I think the most challenging part of acting for me personally is acting like angry or mean, because I'm relatively like being mean to my friends. That's easy. Like we do that all the time. We be mean to each other. But like being mean to just some random person is quite difficult. Not saying that like my castmate is some random person that I've never seen before, because obviously we do chemistry reads for this, and we meet up a couple times, like the producer scheduled this stuff, so we're not strangers. But it's still like it's hard to be mean for me.
Right. And is that like the only emotion that you feel like you kind of have difficulty with then?
Yeah, no, I can do almost any other emotion like easy peasy. It's just being mean to someone is like, because I'm not a bully at heart. I'm like, I don't know. It's just difficult.
Yeah, no, I definitely see where you're coming from. And I mean next time you get offered a role and you're a bully, maybe, well, as long as it's not too extreme, you should maybe try it out. Give yourself like a little challenge, like, but I'm sure it wouldn't be fun filming it. You're saying like really bad things to somebody.
Oh yeah, I know. Like, I don't know. Like cursing someone out is like, it's really fun, right? But it's still hard.
Yeah, for sure. And so on the other end of that, what have been some of the most rewarding things then with acting?
Honestly, just the relationships that I make, like a cast or crew, because I've met a lot of really nice like DPs and a lot of really good like sound guys or girls, I should say. But yeah, like even my fellow castmates, like in Marshmallow, Dylan, who plays, I believe his character name is Sam. We're still friends. I was actually talking to him right before this interview. I'm still friends with Kai, who plays Pilar. And then if we go over to wrong side, Sketch, I'm still friends with Callan, who plays Bowman in that. We play video games together like every weekend. So nice. I think the relationships are the most rewarding part of acting for me.
Yeah, and I think that's a really important takeaway, because sometimes that's the backbone to getting any project made. If you don't have like just a natural vibe or even chemistry with people you work with, it's gonna be terrible. Everyone's gonna be miserable.
Yeah, because like if you're mean to someone, and like, but you're like a really good actor, and then there's these two directors meet, and he's like, I actually wanted to hire Q. Did you you worked with him? How was he? Oh, he was terrible. Do not hire that kid. He's so mean. Like, that's not really the reputation you want. So having relationships is really important.
Yeah, and even stuff I've heard recently about famous actors, the best, the people who have the best attitude on sets, you always hear the most about them, and you see the videos of them.
Yeah, 100%.
And everybody respects that. A lot of people, I think that goes a lot further now than it did in the past. Just that little bit of kindness and
100%.
Because there's stories back then of how like Marlon Brando would act and these other actors would act, and it's just like, what do you get from being a prick to everybody else? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
I think it's ego,
you didn't
but
get much.
Yeah, that's good though. I think that networking is a huge piece of it. That's how you get another project after project, right?
Yeah, no, 100%.
So I think that's really awesome. And to kind of bookend this interview here, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Because by 5 years from now you'll be like
19.
Oh wow, so you'll almost be hitting 20.
Yeah. Well, actually, okay. If we want to say, since it's technically the end of the year, I'll just say 20.
There you go.
Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I'll just say I'll be 20, right? Honestly, the hope, and I mean this as not that I don't want to go to college, but the hope is that I don't have to, right? Like, the goal is that acting fully takes off and is like a career that I'm able to pursue fully, where like I don't have to worry about going to college and getting a degree in like, I don't know, something that is able enough to get me a good side job. So the goal is, honestly, I just see myself hopefully being a very successful actor.
Yeah, in 5 years, that's a lot of time too. There's a lot of projects that could be fit into that time period.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and I guess even if acting were to take off, it might be worth it to even do like online schooling for college to get some sort of,
I'm still obviously gonna do something as a backup, but like not like I'm not trying to study for extra grad school. I'm not trying to do that. I'll still go to like a college, don't know what college, but
get something, just something to fill the time. And like you said, you always want to have some sort of backup, but luckily, and I think it'll stay like this, but things like online schooling do help with schedules. I'm
homeschooled. In general, because like when I was in elementary school, I'd be missing so many days of school for this reason and then that reason, most of them acting related, that the state actually said, okay, you can't be missing any more days of school.
Right.
So my mom was like, shoot, okay. So we just switched to homeschooling because they never know, in theory, when I'm gone, Yeah. And I can just do my schoolwork in the car. It's so much easier.
Yeah.
Flexible schedule. I get to sleep in. It's so much nicer.
Right. Yeah.
Obviously, I'm missing out on like human interaction that like a normal public school, private school, whatever, a school in general would give. But I go to a dance studio because I like dancing, and that gives me all the social interaction that I need.
Right. As long as you have something in there just to kind of fill that void. And I mean, like your experience on sets, that's also social interaction, right? You're
100%.
You're interacting with people, so I mean, you have the bases covered. It's just not. It's like a little unorthodox compared to just going to like a public school, which, from experience, I'm sure it helped me grow up, but there's a lot of shitty things in public school too, and it's. There's always something else you could find in substitution for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I went to it. I liked it for the time that I did, but I feel like if I went back to high school now, I'd feel so alienated.
Right.
Not in like a bad way, but just like I don't know how schools work anymore.
Yeah. Neither do I. I mean, I have a 6-year-old, but he's just hitting kindergarten. So I have no idea what to expect. It's been such a long time since I was there.
Yeah. You kind of just have to hope that nothing's changed.
Yep, 100%. But awesome. Thank you so much for meeting with me, Q. It was great talking with you. And like I said, I can't sing the praises enough of Sketch and Marshmallow in particular.
Thank you. Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to, what you're doing next. And hopefully you get to be a lead in a drama soon. That would
that'd be great.
But awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.